All right. Hey, Lambrick. It is Scott here, and it's Thursday email video time. I have two things I want to bring to you today. The second one is about home groups, so stay tuned for that. And the first is about this coming Tuesday is National Truth and Reconciliation Day. And the local community here in Victoria, Indigenous community, invites us all to participate, show up for the powwow that's going to happen at Royal Athletic Park on Tuesday, be present to bear witness to their celebration of their culture and their story. And I've been there a number of times over the last number of years and found it very humbling to maybe appreciate them and want to contribute to their honor. So maybe that's something you need as well, so you can consider that. But in anticipation of that, Kenzie, who's often an instigator of us to learn about reconciliation, her and I got together and have found a great talk by an Alliance pastor, Canadian Alliance pastor named Melissa Ewing, who pastors in Thunder Bay, who has Indigenous heritage herself and tells the story of the Indigenous experience really well. But this video is really a talk on, from a theological and biblical perspective, on how reconciliation is central to the gospel. I'm going to read a little blurb here. It says, in Canada, our history of colonization of Canada's Indigenous people did not demonstrate that reconciliation is central to the gospel, but it is. How is the church invited to seek reconciliation? By educating ourselves about our history and then being artisans of peace in our community. So if you want to come together with us and a few others this Sunday night at 7 p.m. in the cafe, we're going to watch this video, stop a few times along the way and discuss it. And I think it should be helpful for all of us as we continue to make sense of our call of the gospel upon the people of God. So that's the first thing. Second thing is some small group stuff. If you go on our church website, that's lambrick.com, there's a navigator about connect, community, resources, missions, give, live stream, 5 and 2 project. If you click on the connect one, it toggles down, there's a link there for discipleship groups. And if you go there, there's information about all the groups that are happening at Lambrick these days that are open and advertising. There's some groups that just happen that aren't really on the radar, but these are groups that have an open door, maybe an empty chair, maybe an empty couch, and they want more people to join. And there's groups that happen in Central Saanich, in Gordon Head, in Colwood. They're scattered around, and that's awesome. And it's a mix of men and women and younger and older, and some groups are a big mix-up of everybody, and some groups are kind of more 30-ish or 50-ish or whatever. We're just seeking to grow as a community. With that, there's a few new groups that are happening. There is some folks who are willing to open their home out on the west side of town, out on the far end of Langford, and are open to starting a group on Mondays or Tuesday nights. And they'd love to have others who are interested to join them to touch base, let us know they're interested. So you can click on the link, or drop a note to the office, or talk to me. My name's Scott, and let us know you're interested, and we can try to get something going out there on the west side. That'd be awesome. Also, Kenzie, one of our pastors, is starting up a group studying using a resource written by a pastor, author. The book is called, I just lost it. The book is called Sacred Self-Care. And I'm going to read Kenzie's write-up. It says, she's starting a small group around a book on self-care as a spiritual discipline, a gift from God, but also a divine obligation. The hope is that this creates a space to not just agree that holistic self-care is a good idea, but to actually put it into practice based on a deeper understanding of God's care and how we are created, trying out different practices, walking away with some new practices that work within our busy lives and our different personalities and seasons of life. So Kenzie's going to start that up. It's going to be on Tuesday nights. She'd love to have a mix of men and women come together. She already has some people who've been interested from the past who'll probably join her again. And if you want to join in, that'd be awesome. I'm sure. I looked up on Amazon, and the book had reviews from men and women who both were expressing this was really helpful for me. Good framework, good practices, and I trust it'll be a great time. The third one is I'm in the process of talking with some different folks who are newer to Christian faith, wanting to help establish some foundations in the Christian life and the basics of Christian discipleship. And if that's you, if you're new to Christian faith and you're wanting to learn how do I live this? What does this look like beyond saying, yeah, I want this? How do I live in this? What does this look like? How do I begin on this path of following Jesus? Drop us a note. Drop me a note. Click on the link and say you're interested, and we'll see what's needed and see what we can do. So that's it for today. Thanks, friends. Ciao.